Winter break time. Finals is over and it's finally time for the first break. I think I've spent way too long studying this corner and not nearly enough time working on my band. That all changes this break though. Gaz finally relented and says I get to headline this week. Sure it's because the main band canceled on him, but who cares? I call it an opportunity. I called Memphis over and we're meeting tonight to discuss the playlist. This is going to be a great winter break. I've pulled some snacks out of the fridge and I've got a list of songs on the table. This could really be our big break. Alright, chump, you ready for this?
Memphis, you know it, bro. Did you get Slim's suggestions? She's still at work.
Yeah, she's completely off for the shows, though. Couldn't get time completely off.
Okay, well, we can work on some of her faves into the rotation. Jerry said he didn't care.
You know him, he plays whatever we say to play. He's gonna be eyeing the crowd anyway.
As long as he plays his heart out, he can eye screw the whole damn audience for all I care.
That's fine. Just don't tell him that. He'll take it as a challenge. Memphis and I flop down on the couch and start going over our best songs.
This has got to be a set to remember, bro.
I know. Don't get too worked up, man. We're ready for this.
Yeah, I know. We got this.
Damn right we do. Oh, hey. Gaz wants to know if you want him to comp anybody. No drinking unless they're over 21, but it'll let him in.
I can't think of anybody offhand.
What? Not even your roommates? I mean, you live with them, don't you? Don't they know what you do?
Well, yeah, I could invite them along.
Only one comp per person, man. Sorry. Gonna have to make a choice.
Alright, Dick, you bringing someone along?
Nah, you assholes are my only friends. And ain't that just the saddest thing you ever heard? Memphis dramatically throws himself against the arm of a couch as I roll my eyes at him. We're going to have a couple of shows this week. I guess I could invite everyone at one time, or I could just pick someone. Oh, hey guys.
Hi, Ann. Say, what are you up to tonight?
Packing. I'm going home to visit my folks tomorrow. I'll be back for the new semester.
You're
such a sweetie, Ann. Ugh, I hate that nickname. Oh, I lost some points there. Anne rolls her eyes at Memphis, who simply finds the whole thing amusing. What are you two up to?
Planning tonight's show. Our band's actually headlining.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible.
Speaking of, we probably should get back to it. Oh, say no more. Have fun, guys. Knock 'em dead. Memphis and I go over the show notes until we can recite them forward and backward. I may slack about a lot of things, but this show's gotta be good. I know the band can handle it, and we just gotta get up there and perform. Once we're finally satisfied, I walk Memphis to the door, then head up to my room. The only thing left for me to decide is who, if anyone, I want to bring along. Oh, I know. I'll invite Dominic. No. I actually like having fun tonight, which means douchenick is off the table. I'm pretty sure fun is against his religion. Maybe Sally will want to come. Besides, if I don't ask her, Memphis probably will. I head over to the door and knock, and I hear scrambling inside for a few moments before she answers. Who is it?
It's me, Max.
Sally opens the door with a look of relief on her face. Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid it was Dominic. He's been sniffing around a lot lately. She ushers me inside quietly while checking the hall to see if Dominic's around. I have no use of that rickety old fire... Ugh. I have had to use that rickety old fire escape ladder out front to sneak out for walks. It's like a sitcom in here. I don't really like all the deception, but I know he'd make me get rid of little Veggie.
Seriously, Vegemite.
Shush. What's up? Sally sits back in her bed, gently rubbing her puppy on the tummy. Looks like he's actually asleep right now, which works.
Not much, just, well, You've been really cool to hang out with this quarter, and I was wondering if you wanted to come see my band perform.
Oh, did you guys get a gig?
Yeah, we're headlining at Gaz's all week. His main band had to bail on him, and I convinced him to give us a shot.
That's awesome. I knew you had a performer's aura. You've definitely got a presence. I mean, I certainly noticed that about you. Yeah, let's get Vegemite settled in so he won't make a noise, and then I'll get ready.
Well, you need to cage him or something so he doesn't make a mess in your room.
Oh no, I got him trained on a comfort blanket and bed. As long as he's got them to sleep on, he won't mind me being gone for a few hours. The cage would just make him whine. So what time does all this start?
Oh, you got about 3 hours. Well, I gotta go in earlier or I'd take you over.
Such a gentleman, but it's fine. I'll make my own way. Thanks for inviting me, Max.
Thanks for coming, Sally.
I give Vegemite a few pats on his head before I head out. Watching those two play together is pretty adorable. I'm glad she could break away from him for a bit to spend some time with me. Back in my room, I throw together a few last-minute things and then start to walk out to my van. Half an hour later, I'm on my way back down to the bar. There you are, jackass. You ready to rock this scene?
Damn right. What about you guys?
The rest of the band gives a yell as I unpack the gear I brought. As we unpack, we go over the song list for the night. Jerry grumbles at some of our choices, but Slim is down. We practice a few of our rockier numbers while we get a sound check down. Gaz even stays out to listen to us practice a bit, get our comp names, and wish us luck. I can tell he's not really putting a lot of pressure on this. He probably expects the house to be empty. That's fine, just means we're going to rock him even harder. Finally, it's time for the curtains to go down and the people to start filtering in. I'm a little worried there will be disappointed fans of the canceled show out there, but even if there aren't, there are about to be new fans for us.
Alright, boys and girls, it's about time we do this. There are probably a lot of people out there expecting to see a mediocre college band, but this is our chance to hook 'em. We play this gig right and we'll just bought ourselves a crap ton of new fans. Come on, back alley Flash. This ass isn't gonna rock itself. You ready?
Damn right we are. We are born for this. We all pound fists and take our positions as the curtains rise. Finally, with the light in my eyes, I scan the crowd. I think I can make out Sally towards the front, but I'm too busy taking in the audience. It is not small.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad you can make it out. I'd love to say you all came here to hear me talk, but I'm guessing you came here to rock the hell out, am I right?
The crowd cheers a bit, but they're not quite into it yet. I rip a quick hook from our first song of the night before leaning back into the mic.
Maybe I was wrong, but I don't think so. So what do you say? Want to hear some songs?
This time the cheer is a bit louder. We'll win them over for sure. I grin at the band and Slim starts us off with a solid beat. I don't even think I can remember what happened for the next 45 minutes. It was all just a blur of hot music and hotter dancers. By the end of the third song, just about everyone was on their feet. Gaz starting the show with a half-off well drinks didn't hurt anything. I have to thank him for that. When the curtains finally dropped, the band got together in a giant group hug. We were so ecstatic. Finally, our comps came backstage to us. Slim's giant of a boyfriend gave her a huge bear hug. Seriously, it was like watching a bear rip a willow out of the ground. Sally stayed back at first, I guess not wanting to get in our way. After high-fiving Memphis, I hurried over. Sally smiles broadly at me as I come over to give her a big hug.
Thanks for coming. What'd you think? Fantastic, right?
That was incredible, Max. You guys put on such an amazing energy. You're all so in sync with each other. It's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, we really brought the house down tonight.
I'm so glad you invited me. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm glad. Hi, you want to hang out and have a few drinks and cool off? You want to join us?
I'd like to, but I should really be getting back. Vegemite's going to need to go out soon. I'm not blowing you off. Puppies are just really needy.
Nah, I understand. I really do. Frankly, I would have been surprised that you stayed. Flattered, but surprised.
Sally blushes a bit, but looks relieved as well. She takes my hand and looks up into my eyes. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for tonight. I really enjoyed myself.
Well, I'm glad you could come out. We'll have to do something again sometime.
I'd like that. She grins and gives my hand a squeeze before she turns to head out the door. I head back to the band for some more congratulations as we all head out on the floor of the bar. Gaz comps us some drinks, non-alcoholic unfortunately, and congratulates us on a great set. I can barely hear him talking about the great crowd reaction we got and how he was going to give a bigger marketing push to see if he could get an increased crowds the next few nights. Still, I'm coming down off the high of a top-notch performance. Nice job, asshole.
You too, Dick, you too.
Alright, I think everything's off of my reading list for this quarter. Brain for Dummies, Idiot's Guide to Anatomy, My Big Book of the Body. Sigh, Professor Merriweather really doesn't think much of us, does she? Oh well, at least that's all done. It's time to head home and get down to reading them, I guess. So then I totally sacked him. I must have sent him flying like 40 feet, right? Ah! Then he gets up and he's all like, "Where's my bed? I think I need a nap." Ah! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Apparently Chad and Isabella are out in the town as well. I have no idea what she sees in that jerkwad, seriously. Maybe this is a chance to find out? Then again, there's no need to be a stalker. Oh, screw it. It's not like I don't have business in town, and I'll admit I'd like to see where this goes. I followed them down the street at a good distance, of course, and they continue to talk and laugh, and I can't really hear most of their conversation. I'm too far back. It's probably just more about football and that sort of thing. She looks damn good today, though, I have to admit. Finally, the two of them turn into one of the restaurants here on the main avenue. It's nothing too fancy, just a little Thai place with outdoor seating, and I stand down the street a little ways, wondering if I should keep following them this far. I'm no expert, but I think they might figure me out if I head in there after them. Though, this is a private spot, or can anybody walk on by?
Grah! Oh, Sally, you snuck up on me.
Well, you are standing in the middle of the sidewalk. You should just go over. Those guys have really great fried tofu.
Oh, yeah, I was, deciding about that.
Well, now you have my curiosity up. What's going on?
Fine, I was following Chad and Isabella.
Really? Sheesh. Aren't you that into Isabella? You have to follow her around like a puppy?
No, I didn't really set out to follow her today. My curiosity just got the better of me. I mean, I did just get it. I just don't get it with her and Chad.
I know what you mean. That doesn't make any sense to me either. His aura is all wrong for her. Plus, I'm pretty sure he's an Aries, and that's definitely a no-no for her. I chuckle a bit at her astrological prowess. Well, come on. You'll never find out if you're just standing out there. And like I said, these guys do great tofu. I shrug, grin at Sally, and follow her over to the restaurant. Once we've checked in, we grab our own seat outside. Looks like we're on the opposite side from Chad and Isabella. Seems like they haven't noticed us yet. Sally glances over at them for a moment as I look over my menu. You know, I'll be honest. I've seen the way you and Isabella look at each other, Max.
I'll admit, she's hot. I like looking.
Sally chuckles. Yeah, that's definitely you. She's not exactly immune to your good looks either.
Ha! None of the ladies are, am I right?
I wink at Sally and she giggles as she rolls her eyes. Here's all I'm saying. I just don't get why she's going out with Chad, but still looking at you like a veggie dinner that she's going to eat up. So I say we give her a taste of her own medicine. She just needs to see that you're unavailable, and I bet you she starts giving you a lot more attention. Wait, yes.
Do you really think that's the kind of thing she'd notice?
Oh, definitely. Here, pretend to flirt with me. I bet you'd rather... I bet you'll see her looking this way pretty quick. This seems a little immature, but then again, I might actually get under Isabella's skin. And it's not like it's hard to think up nice things to say about Sally. She's pretty hot herself. That was a nice boost.
Look, I appreciate you trying to help me out, but let's be honest. Isabella's gonna do what Isabella wants to do. I'm not really interested in playing her games, you know? Especially not when I've got an interesting, beautiful, and fun woman I could be spending my time with right in front of me.
Sally smiles and looks at her hands for a few minutes. I think that sounds nice too. I just don't know what I want to feel. I just don't want to feel like I'm standing in the way of what you really want.
Like I said, Sally, I'm not really interested in playing the game. Sure, we tease each other, and we get a little flirty, but that's some wordplay, you know? I think I realise it's never really going to amount to anything, and I'd much rather focus my attention somewhere where it matters, like building a relationship with Vegemite.
Sally laughs.
What? Well, I think I got a chance there. I don't want to brag, but the other night he did lick my face.
Ha, yeah. You don't want to know what else he licks. But if all you want is a little licking, I think that can be arranged. Sally gives me a sultry stare and I give her my surest grin.
Well, I'm definitely intrigued.
Sally and I keep talking for the rest of our time at the restaurant. I admit I forget about Isabella almost immediately. I have good company and the food is actually really good too. When we finally get up to leave, I put my arm over Sally's shoulder and we walk back to Latin House together. Well, every third commercial on TV is about diamond jewelry, so it must be getting close to Valentine's Day. Honestly, I might just try to do my best to ignore it this year.
Bro. Memphis, man, what's up? I didn't know you were coming over.
Yeah, well, I need your help. You're occasionally useful outside of your ability to sing. Only occasionally, mind you.
Yeah, Dick, what you need?
Come into town with me? I want to try and pick up a present. I want your opinion.
You're not trying to butter up Sally, are ya?
What? Come on, man. You know I'm classier than that. No, I'll wait for her to get sick of your slacker ass.
You're about as classy as a hobo wearing a beer bottle bottom for his monocle.
Yeah, but he is wearing a monocle. Ain't he? Classy. Now, come on, let's go.
Fine, I'll come out to town, if only to get you to shut up for a bit.
Good enough. Let's roll. You're driving. The trip into town is easy enough, but there are a lot of stores right around campus. But I remember the bookstore was having a pretty decent selection of items other than just books. We call it the bookstore because it's kind of where we get our books, but they actually carry all kinds of stuff. Parking is always a nightmare, but we managed to get to the store and start looking. See, what do you think I should get?
How should I know what you should get?
Just help me find something appropriate for a nice girl. Don't go finding some stupid magazine about butts or whatever.
What? Better Homes and Aces is the time-honored favorite among the ladies.
Shut your face and help. We poke around the aisles for a bit looking for the right gift. Memphis and I separate after a few minutes as I try to go find something of my own to buy. I mean, as long as I'm here, I may as well try to get something. It might be nice to have a Valentine. Ugh, I feel stupid even thinking that. Anyway, what to get?
Ah. Good enough.
Hopefully they'll like the donation receipt. Memphis is also hard at work shopping. Every once in a while he'll hold up some gift and I'll either nod or shake my head. He's being very indecisive though. It's almost not like him. I guess whoever she is, she's gotten under his skin.
That's an interesting purchase. Nice. Oh, Roxanne, you snuck up on me. I certainly didn't mean to startle you. I just noticed you out here.
Roxanne looks at the purchase in my hands and raises an eyebrow.
Shopping for yourself? Actually, it's for someone else. I see. How thoughtful.
She's so hard to read. I don't know if she's upset or just analyzing me, though I don't know what she could be upset over.
Did you speak with Professor Tusk about the extra credit assignment? No, I really couldn't be bothered. Why am I not surprised? Well, carry on. Have a good day.
I watch her go, but a bit mystified. It's almost as if I lost a competition and I didn't know I was having. Hey, Max, you think you got what you need?
Yeah, I'm good here.
Who was that?
Just some classmate. What'd you end up getting?
I ended up just getting this book. I think she'll like it. Nothing too intense.
Why the wire, Casanova?
Oh, shut up. You can't show up on the first day with a diamond ring. May as well go start carving your name in your arm with little hearts around it. It's creepy.
Uh-huh, whatever.
Come on, let's get out of here. I am shocked, man, shocked. You front a band for crap's sake, and yet you screwed up a karaoke number?
I will murder you, Memphis. That machine was busted. The pitch was all wrong.
It's a poor craftsman that blames his tools, Max. See, the lady knows.
Then both of you can shut up. I didn't say either of you doing better.
And I say again, you front a band. I don't have to sing well. I just have to look pretty. I certainly never claimed to be able to sing.
Whatever, it's done. I'll see you at the next practice, Memphis.
Oh, all right, night, guys. Night, Memphis. I had fun. Once we get back inside, Anne stretches and yawns. Thanks for inviting me out with your band, Max. I had a lot of fun.
No problem, me too.
I think I'm going to call it a night.
Alright, I'll grab a snack. Maybe watch some TV.
I lay out on the couch and turn it on. Just as I'm wondering what I'm going to watch, I hear thumping behind me on the stairs. Sally comes barreling down at me holding Vegemite in her hands. She puts a finger to her lips with a shush and goes past the stairs to the laundry room, closing the door behind her. I have no idea what's going on, but it almost certainly is trouble. I turn back towards the TV, flipping through the channels idly. A few minutes later, Dominic rushes down the stairs.
Oh, hey, Max, have you seen Sally? Anne said she came down here. Oh, I can't say that I have. Maybe she went out front for a while I was in the kitchen. What are you doing down here on a prime Saturday night like this?
Dominic looks at the front door, only distractedly answering me.
Raid ran long. You think she went out the front?
I shrugged and turned back on the TV.
Seems legit.
I hear Douchnik's frustrated scoffing as he leaves by the front door. Is the coast clear?
For the moment. I don't think he'll come back, though. I have no idea when he'll come back, though.
Sally plops down on the couch next to me, petting Vegemite softly. She looks over at me at the door and sighs with relief. I can't help but reach over and give Vegemite a few scratches behind his ears. He licks my hand in response.
Oh, he's getting bigger, isn't he?
Yes, it's terrible. He totally tripped over one of Dominic's Ethernet cables. I think Dominic was doing something important. I hit him behind my back and took off before he could question me.
Wow, that's pretty terrible.
I have to laugh at Sally's downtrodden expression. I know, I was desperate. It was hard to figure out what to do.
I may have to tell him about him pretty soon. I mean, I like pulling one over on the guy as much as anybody, but it's going to get nigh impossible to hide this little fella soon.
You know the rules, though, and more importantly, what a stickler Dominic is for them.
I know. Maybe if we all gang up on him, he'll relent. I mean, I know Isabella loves the little guy. Does anyone else know about him?
Everyone else knows about him. None of them care.
See? We can just bully the dictator into letting us keep him. He can't kick us all out.
Maybe you're right. I'm just nervous. I don't think I'm ready to risk it yet.
Well, like I said, we can't go on like this forever. He's bound to.
Suddenly, the front door opens. Dominic storms in. I guess he didn't stay out for long.
Ah, good. You're back. I told Sally you were looking for her and asked her to stay here.
Good. Sally, what happened back there?
Sally is hunched over trying to shield the dog from Dominic. I reach my hands out quietly between us. Sally passes me Vegemite with a grateful expression before standing up. Back where? Upstairs? What do you mean?
Come on, Sally, I'm not in the mood. My guild needed me and I disconnected at a crucial point. You never had a problem with the cables before.
I'm sorry, it was an accident. Sally looks down at me as I shield the puppy from Dominic. He's licking my hands and is taking everything in my power not to react to it.
Just what?
It's embarrassing.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Sally's obviously floundering. I don't know what Dominic would believe, though. I gotta come up with something.
Sally, you were doing something nice. It's not your fault an accident happened.
I know, but I don't think I'll understand.
Understand what?
Sally was just telling me about the extra cleaning up she's been doing around the house. Dusting in the corners and trying to keep things clean. She knows how much you stress out about keeping the place clean.
I'm just trying to help out, do my part. I didn't mean to knock the cord out.
I suppose I've noticed you cleaning up a bit more lately, and looking in odd corners. I should be grateful still.
Are you saying I'm a liar?
I quickly shift Vegemite behind my back as I stand up to face Dominic angrily. Hopefully this will diffuse him.
I'm not saying anyone's a liar, it's just odd. Like you're trying to hide something behind your back.
What? What am I trying to hide behind my back?
Crap. I nudged Sally with my foot, who puts her arms behind her back. I stand shoulder to shoulder with her, quickly passing the puppy over.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm trying to clear the air about what's going on.
I bring my arms forward, waving them wildly at Dominic.
Seriously, come on, Sally, what is it?
This time, Sally's turn to pass the puppy quickly to my hidden arms. What? I don't have anything. I can't put my arms behind my back without the third degree here?
You know what? I don't have time for this, whatever. Max, you're not as clever as you'd love to believe. I'd call you an idiot, but that's an insult to idiots. Sally, I've got my eye on you.
Dominic turns and storms off upstairs, leaving us still trying to hold on to the squirming puppy behind our backs. As soon as we hear the door slam, we both descend into laughter. That may have been about the stupidest excuse I've ever heard, but at least I bought it for now.
The key word here is for now.
I know. I think about what you said. Sally heads back upstairs as well, keeping a careful eye out. I, on the other hand, go back to watching TV for a bit before I finally fall asleep on the couch. Glad I went shopping after all. Valentine's Day is here. Now I guess it's just a matter of figuring out if I want to make a big deal out of it. It's a pretty nice day out, actually, and the weather's really cleared up. It made for a nice walk back to the dorm while I figured things out. As I enter Latin House, I hear all kinds of noises. Sounds like everybody's home, at least. I head up to my room for a moment while I decide what I want to do. I suppose there's no point in waiting around. No time like the present, after all. Really, now the only question is, who should I try and find? I'm pretty sure Sally should have just finished walking Vegemite, so she's probably in her room by now. I knock quietly and open the door when I hear her calling. A quick foot keeps the puppy from running back down the hallway. Oh, thank goodness, the little brat. So what can I do for you? As I enter the room, I pick the squirming puppy up and give him a few scratches behind the ears. Once the door is closed, I put him back on the floor. He's still pretty happy to see me, so I take a few moments to play with him while Sally smiles down at us.
You've got a really cute puppy here, you know that?
Yeah, I noticed. He's a pretty good boy, too, even if he is a terrible brat. Did you just come by to play with him? That's pretty cute, too.
Huh, nah. He just distracted me. I definitely came here to see you. It's not much, but I picked this up for you. They had a donation box at the store for the Wildlife Saviors Foundation. I made a donation in your name. Here's a receipt.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Max. I don't know what to say. I try to gift to them every year, and I was so upset I wasn't going to be able to do it this year, with college and all. You have no idea how much this means to me. Sally seems pretty overcome with emotion, but I think she's really happy with the gift. Boom.
I don't think anybody who knows me would describe me as subtle. So I'll just come out with it. You're a lot of fun, Sally. Want to go out with me sometime? I'd like to see if there could be something more between us.
I think I'd like that a lot, Max. I'll admit, I didn't think you'd be the type I'd be interested in when we first met. Our auras aren't exactly the most compatible, you know? But I think you've shown that you can actually be pretty sweet when you put your mind to it. And anyone Vegemite likes is automatically bumped up in my books.
Bah, that little brat likes anybody with a doggy treat. Still, I'll take recommendations where I can get them. I'm looking forward to getting to know you more, Sally.
Heck. Sally puts Vegemite down on the bed and comes over to give me a slow and tender hug for a few moments. I admit she feels good in my arms. I'm looking forward to that too.
My God, because I'm pretty sure Memphis was about to kick me in the head if I didn't say something soon.
Sally giggles at that.
Well, I'm sure Vegemite needs your attention more than I do for now. Have a good night, Sally.
Yeah, talk to you later, Max. I have to admit, an honest-to-God decent date since I haven't had an honest-to-God decent date since I came to college. I'll admit, I didn't exactly expect Sally to be the first. I'm looking forward to it either way. When I did my research and even found a place that serves a good assortment of vegetarian-friendly food. Let it never be said that I don't think about how my lady feels. Still, I wonder if I can go through with the second half of that plan, which is to try and eat vegetarian with her. Nothing for it but to find out, I guess. At 7:45, I head over to Sally's room. Our date's at 8, but I think I know how to score some points. Oh, hey Max, I'm totally not ready. I'm actually, She looks nervously around, but I actually cut her off with a grin.
I know. I figured you needed to take care of that. Thought I'd run interference and maybe join you on your walk.
Sally sighs with relief and then gives me a big smile. Luckily, the other seems to be out or occupied, so it's pretty easy to get out of the house with Vegemite without being bothered. I play with Veggie a bit before he does his business. Sally came prepared and cleans it up while giving me a speech about being a responsible owner. We drop him back off inside and Sally asks for Cash to keep an eye out. With him out of the way, we head out to my van.
Yeah. Next time, I'll try and find a place that's dog-friendly.
You're so sweet for offering, Max. But he's getting bigger and needs to get used to me going out sometimes. We head to the restaurant I picked out and grab a street side table. The air is crisp but not too cold. Plus, the restaurant has those nice torch things out. Oh wow, this looks like a great vegetarian selection. Thanks, Max. What kind of stuff do they have for you?
Oh, I'm just assuming I can hack it with the vegetarian. Yeah. I'm just assuming I can hack it in with the vegetarian menu, eh?
Oh, feeling adventurous. Feeling adventurous, eh?
I'm always adventurous. Adventurous is my middle name. Seriously, it caused a big fuss in my social security card.
When the waiter comes over, we both order off the vegetarian menu. I'll admit I cheat a little by getting a nice soup, but it's got leeks in it, and that should count for something, right? You know, I'm already impressed, right?
I'm not gonna pretend I've switched over to vegetarianism, but I like you. You like this stuff, and I like you, Sal.
I shrug as I sip my water, watching Sally's reaction over the rim of my glass.
What?
Well, I appreciate a man with an open mind. I hope you enjoy your choice. Anyway, enough about that. How long have you been together with Back Alley Flash?
I met Memphis in junior high. We both took music electives, so we played together even back then. We met the others later on. We've only been Back Alley Flash for about a year at this point. We've been through a couple of other names.
Oh?
Yeah, real stupid stuff. Totem ties, skull taffy. Memphis would never let me call us the Mighty Max Band.
So, do you have any real goal at college then? I mean, it seems like you spend a lot of your energy on your band.
Honestly, not really. You were there that night. We were on our way, you know? College makes a useful place to hang out and a good base of operations. I mean, my parents are footing the bill. Guess they still hope I kick this band thing.
You haven't found anything that catches your interest?
There are a few music classes I've been taking here and there. Most of the ones I can get into at this point are for people who barely touch an instrument. What about you? You seem like you know what you want. What keeps you coming to class?
Mostly the fact that I'm here on scholarships. I work really hard for. I work really hard for, but I know what you mean. I just want to make a difference, and I know there's a lot that I don't know yet. Sometimes I think about going into the political science. I do good at work down at the student farm, but I don't know if I want to do that kind of agriculture work all my life.
I hear you.
Just as we were about to get more into it, our food finally arrived. It's the moment of truth, and the soup's not bad at all. Even the leeks aren't too bad. Sally seems happy that I'm enjoying the meal. She says her own meal is really good too, which is good since I had no way of vetting this place out. As we eat, we continue to discuss our views on schooling and what our goals are. Sally knows she wants to change the way the world works, even if only in a small way. She's taking classes to help her decide how to best to do that. I, of course, know I'm going to change the world with the power of rock. Classes are clearly secondary to that. At last, the waiter comes over with the check. Sally raises an eyebrow when I just pay without a second glance. I can pay my own way, you know.
I know, but I asked you out. So this time it's on me. Next time you can grab the check.
Aren't you getting ahead of yourself, assuming there's going to be a next time?
Pfft, as if. I'm like a bag of potato chips. Just one is never enough. Also, I'm extremely salty and kinda bad for you. But I do count as a vegetable, right?
Only insofar as that you have vegetable for a brain. Fine, I guess I owe you. We take off back to the house, having had a nice meal. This time, though, I take the scenic route and gives us a bit more time to talk on the way. When we finally get back home, we get Vegemite back from Rakesh, who was on his best behavior too, and I head to Sally's room. Thanks for the meal and the talk, Max. I had a lot of fun. Sally sits in her bed with Vegemite on her lap.
Oh, I had fun too. Thanks for coming out with me, Sally.
Sally is sitting on her bed looking up at me through her bangs. She looks beautiful. She's blushing lightly and her lips part for a moment like she's about to say something, but she doesn't. I sit down next to her on our bed, our shoulders touch, and I lean in close to her.
Oh, I'm hoping to be able to go out with you again.
Sally nods at me, her eyes half-lidded as she starts to close... What the fuck? Half-lidded? Her eyes half-lidded as she starts to close her eyes. I can feel her breath as she purses her lips. I lean in close, closing my own eyes. Just as our faces are about to touch, I feel a cold, wet tongue lick my cheek.
Ah!
Vegemite climbed the distracted Sally and decided that he was the one I really wanted to kiss.
Vegemite, not in front of Sally. She'll get jealous. I told you I had to keep our love a secret.
I grab Vegemite and wrestle him for a bit. Much to Sally's amusement, I can't stay mad at the little guy, even if he ruined a perfectly good scene. Finally, I stand to leave and hand the brat of a puppy back to Sally.
I really did have fun tonight. I hope we can do it again.
I'd like that.
So, is this like the farm you worked in when you were younger?
Not in the slightest. It's pretty fun, though.
And you're not really bothered by the experiments here?
Well, a few of the more annoying ones, but overall I think they're really reaching for a truly grand goal.
Would you be okay with an animal experimentation if it wasn't cruel?
Well, I have yet to see someone pull that off, but I guess in the hypothetical, if it could be done with the animal's full permission and without any pain, maybe?
You just really love animals, huh?
Well, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Awesome.
What a great day at work.
I've barely got the door open when I hear yelling from upstairs.
Well, what did you expect was going to happen? You know the rules, Sally.
Oh, crap. I hope that isn't what I think it is. Come on, Dominic. Come on, Dominic! Maybe I should get up there. Sally's going to need backup. I close the door behind me and run upstairs. It looks like everyone else is home too, and they're all watching the scene in the hall. Dominic is yelling at the poor Sally while she clutches Vegemite.
No, Sally, you know the rules. I walked you through them just like I walked everyone else through them. No pets allowed. It's rule number 2 for crying out loud.
Oh yeah? Because we never broke a rule before.
That's not helping your case, Sally.
So what? Are you just gonna kick me out of the house? Because I don't want to see my poor puppy freeze on the street.
One way or another, that dog is leaving this house, Sally. If you want to go with him, I'm not going to stop you.
Don't blow a gasket, douchenick. What's the big deal here anyway?
Both Sally and Dominic seem surprised to see me standing at the top of the stairs.
Stay out of this, Max. This is a violation and I have to deal with this as Latin House's RA.
By now, Sally is just flat out crying. The others are leaving to their rooms, and Isabella gives me a nod hello and then leans over towards my ear.
Poor Sally! Dominic came home early and caught her bringing Vegemite back from his walk. No way they'll back out now.
I nod to Isabella as Dominic continues to chew out Sally.
I can't believe you'd be this irresponsible, not to mention so inconsiderate to your fellow housemates. Did you ever take their feelings into account when you decided to bring that dog here? What if they were allergic?
Actually, I'm not allergic at all. Anybody else?
Everybody else shakes their head while Dominic frowns.
Regardless, what about the mess, or the disturbances to your studies?
I don't think Vegemite's ever disturbed my studying, you guys.
We all shook our heads no.
I know what you're trying to do here, and it's not going to work, damn it. She broke the rule. The dog's gotta go.
Please, douchenick. We all know you've never reported this infraction. You don't want the mark on your record. So true.
You two delinquents, shut it. I know you knew about this violation and you didn't report it, so don't think you're not on my watch list.
Sally is a very responsible pet owner, Dominic. Don't you feel bad for being a bit hard on her?
I'm sorry, but those are the rules. What am I supposed to tell the housing committee? Oh, sorry. I thought the rule was just a suggestion.
I do not believe it is strictly necessary that you inform the housing committee.
He's right. Nobody says you have to tell them.
They're right. You can just keep this in our wraps, you know? It's not like we're going to go blabbing about it. I give Sally the best I got this smile. No way I'm gonna let Douchenick get away with this.
This is bullshit, and you know it, douchenick. We've had alcohol, we've partied late. I can't think of a single rule your stupid list we haven't broken.
Seriously, we've committed crimes, so just let us keep doing it is not a defense. Why would you think that it is?
This is not a federal prison, Dominic. It's a dorm where college kids were practically required to break rules.
Not me.
Fine. You're so worried about it disturbing our study and leaving it a mess. I volunteer to make sure that doesn't happen.
What? No, that's not the...
I can take care of Vegemite just fine.
Yep. I can take care of Vegemite just fine, thank you very much.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that I can make sure he stays out of trouble while you study. Come on, Dom, you already know my grades are a waste. And that way you have nothing to be concerned about.
That should be rather neatly answer your concerns, Dominic.
Listen, you're not 6, and you don't get to keep him just because you promised to take him on walkies every day. He's not allowed.
Yeah, if Max is keeping an extra eye on him, then it shouldn't be a problem at all. It would be useful to have an extra set of eyes on him. Yes, I think that fixes everything, Max.
Listen to me.
Everyone in the room just turns to glare at Dominic. I'd laugh if we weren't supposed to be serious.
Oh, fine. Do what you want. What am I? Just the RA. Who even cares?
Everyone but Dominic lets out a cheer at that.
I mean, I don't need a college education. When they kick me out, I'm sure I'll find a nice bridge to die under.
Oh, stop being such a drama queen!
We all laugh as Sally puts Vegemite down on the carpet as he finally lets him explore the house as freely as he wants.
Everyone's covered in grain today. Heck, everything is, except me, but that's okay.
Whoops. Don't get me wrong, I love St. Patty's Day, but if you're gonna make up a holiday for getting drunk is about as good as it gets. But, you know, the old rules, if you're not wearing green, you get a pinch, and nothing invites the ladies to get a little touchy-feely like an excuse to give a cute stud a pinch. I've already gotten a few cute co-eds eager to pinch me, non-believer. At any rate, I'm sure the folks at Latin House are planning some kind of big blowout bash, regardless of Dominic's desires, of course. I've been in my room for the last few hours, wondering if I want to try to sneak out before it gets started. I could probably find a party way hotter than what Douchenick would let us throw, but nah. It's always better getting drunk with friends. I'm sure we can drink Dominic under the table and we can have some real fun. I spend the next hour or so going through my special hidden stash. Hopefully we've got some green food coloring or something. If I'm not heading out into the wild parties, I might as well make a party here as wild as possible. When I hear a knock at my door, I'm ready for whatever the night holds. Hey, Mix, Isabella says she has got a whole slew of games for us tonight. So you should get your ass in gear before I drink all of the booze. Given how mopey Isabella's been since she broke up with Chad, I'm surprised she invested in St. Patrick's Day. Maybe she's just using the party as an excuse to get over her ex-boyfriend. I follow Rakesh down the stairs where I see that the crew has been busy. There are cards laid out, a green bar, and some kind of green punch in a giant bowl.
So, what's the proof on that punch, Isabella?
It'll put hair on your chest, then knock those hairs out, and grow all new, stronger super hairs.
That sounds like my kind of drink.
I reach up a hand and high-five Isabella while going back to the glass of punch. Just for good measure, I slip a bit of the concoction I was working on earlier in my room in there. I see Anne eyeing me from across the room. I give her a wink and she just shakes her head. One sip later and I swear my vision went blurry for a second. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff.
Where's Dominic? I'm surprised he'd let you get away with this.
Isabella just grins and points over the study nook. Sitting there, tied at the wrists and ankles, wearing blindfold and a gag that is Dominic. Hanging around his neck is a sign that simply says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." I can almost see his frown deepen as he hears me guffawing at his predicament. No, this is perfect, see? This way he has plausible deniability. If anybody finds out about the party, not his fault. He was tied up by desperados. Everybody laughs at that. Well, everyone except Dominic.
Enough of this small talk. Tonight we test the luck of the Irish.
Wait, which one of us is Irish?
Quiet, you! First, pin the shamrock on the leprechaun.
The alcohol starts flowing early and freely. As I take all I can get, I don't know how we did it, but somehow between Isabella's punch and my own concoction, we've made some of the tastiest liquor I've ever had. Luckily, Isabella's games begin to take progressively less skill and progressively more drinking. We play a bunch of different silly party games with drunken penalties. Isabella even gets her hands on a snake-shaped piñata. When we finally managed to drunkenly beat it open, it was full of Jello shots in little plastic cups. Turns out Rakesh had actually made it special. Finally, after a while, we were all sitting on the floor in the study nook. Floor around the study nook. Dominic continued struggling to get out of his bindings as we started playing a simple game of truth or dare. Okay, I choose Sally. Okay, dare. Oh, you should let out the loudest bilge you can. What? That's gross, Rakesh. Too bad you have chosen to be the daring. Sally takes a drink of punch, weaving in place a little before taking a deep breath and letting out the smallest burp any of us have ever heard. Everyone laughs as Sally turns bright red. I just can't burp on command. Shut up. Whatever, it's my turn now, though. Shut up. Sally turns toward me with a wicked look in her eyes. Okay, Max, truth or dare?
What do you want to know, gorgeous?
Oh, gorgeous am I. Alright, answer me this. Do you actually like Vegemite, or are you just putting up with him?
Of course I like him. I'm surprised you'd ask. I may not be a big pet owner, but that doesn't mean I don't love your pup.
I can't believe she thought I might not like her dog. He's a perfectly nice dog. Looking at her now, though, I can tell she was really nervous about it. Well, I'm glad I could put her mind at ease. Alright, nice one, Max. Your turn now.
Finally. Okay, I choose Isabella.
We continue going around in circle like that for another few hours. In the meantime, I wake up in my own bed feeling like death is trying out a new drum solo behind my sinuses. I can only vaguely remember making my way back upstairs, but everything else feels fuzzy. I head downstairs to the kitchen for a bit of water, only to find everyone else standing at the bottom of the stairs. I go down to them and I look in the same direction and my jaw hits the floor.
Don't tell me. We never...
Sitting in the chair, in the study, silently fuming, Dominic waits to be untied.
Not it!
Luckily, when it was all over, Rakesh lost the rock, paper, scissors contest. The rest of us were well on our way out to Isabella's cafe for some morning coffee before Dominic finally got set free.
Wait, you want me to do what?
Please, Max. Sally was all worked up about this thing today, and I'm worried that the scene might get ugly. I'm already stuck here fielding calls from the housing authority about student involvement.
Apparently, Sally went down to the science building earlier to join a bunch of other students in protesting.
What exactly are they protesting?
I don't know. I'm paid to keep you people from burning the house down, not to watch your every movement. Can you please go check up on her for me?
I'm supposed to have a meeting with my advisor this afternoon.
Come on, I'll pull some strings and make sure your advisor sees you tomorrow.
Alright, you crybaby. Jeez. When you're getting my favors, see if you can get me one of those flat screens for my room.
Just go, you dick.
I head out the door over to the science building. When I get there, there's a crowd of maybe 30 people, all holding signs and murmuring. The crowd doesn't seem ugly, but they seem quite disgruntled. I can see a few campus security officers overlooking the crowd. I wonder where Sally is in all this. Are we going to stand for this? Right on cue, Sally's standing on a box of some kind in front of the crowd, speaking into a microphone. When I found out that they were doing testing on animals here at our school, I sent out a call for action. I am really happy that you will all answer the call, but now we need to send up a different call. A call to stop the atrocities happening right inside of this building. The crowd cheers for her, hefting the signs high. I can see the security guards getting restless. A few of them are reaching towards their belts. Not that they have anything on their belts. WUS school rules apparently forbid actual weapons. Still, one of the idiots has probably got an itchy pepper spray finger. I make my way towards the front of the crowd and wave to Sally. And now we cannot stop our clarion call until all these monsters have given up all the tests they are doing on the animals in there. Are you with me? The crowd cheers again while I try to get Sally's attention. That's what I thought, and if these cowards don't get out here soon, we're going to burst in there and free those animals ourselves. This is just wrong. The crowd cheers again, even louder this time. The security guards are definitely getting nervous. I frantically wave Sally over as she finally gets off of her box. Hey Max, I'm happy you came. It really means a lot to me that you showed up to support my cause. Sally's smile beams at me.
Actually, I came because Dominic asked me to check on you. Not that I wouldn't have come anyway, but you never emailed me. I didn't know what was happening. You know I love to rouse a good rebel.
Oh well, I'm still happy you came.
How did this all start?
Right, you won't believe it. I was on our way to the campus message board when I read a post that stated they were due to begin testing on animals today.
A message board post, really?
Yeah, some guy must have been a scientist because he said it was going to be really hard to deal with. He said he was expecting a lot of suffering. They're testing on suffering animals. I can't stand for that, Max.
Sally, I don't know about this message board, but there's not a lot to go on. Are you sure something's happening in there?
Well, answer me this. If nothing's happening in there, how come they refuse to let us in and see, huh?
Well, I guess because there are 30 angry people out here.
Yeah, 30 people angry about all the live. Look, are you with me or against me out here? I've already had to tell those stupid rent-a-cop that we're perfectly within our rights. I don't need you to start on me too. Max, this is important to me. I need you to be behind me on this.
Alright, Sally, you've got me. I'm your man. You want me to kick some ass, you came to the right dude. Like I'd ever disappoint you, beautiful.
Sally turns to face the crowd. We've given them enough time. We're going in there to get some answers. Together, Sally and I march up into the doors, and Sally begins to pound on them vigorously. Finally, we hear the latch open and a small bespectacled face appears. Hey, I know you. You're Butch, right? Open this door this instant. We're here to stop this farce. I really wish you could, but our research isn't done. I can't let you in. You can't stop us. We're going to get some answers and finish this terrible crime. Testing on animals is wrong, and I won't rest until you understand that. Look, it's fine. The animals are fine. Just go away, okay?
You're gonna let those animals suffer.
What? What? Look, just go. We are not leaving.
Look, small fry, the lady said move, so get a move on already.
I grab the door, yanking hard. Butch is knocked off balance, and I'm easily able to reach in and push him back from the door. Sally and I walk in and shut the door behind us. Alright, I bet the testing is coming from this way. Sally takes off down the hall, leaving Butch and myself to follow in her tracks. Really, this is all so unnecessary. It's a misunderstanding, really. Oh, yeah? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, I'm sure the suffering of animals is all just a misunderstanding. As we're going down the hallway, I hear what sounds to be a horse whinnying coming from one of the rooms.
Wait, Sally, I heard something. In there?
We gather outside the door, and Sally quickly pushes it open. As we all stare into the room, my jaw falls to the floor. I glance at Sally to see her in a similar state. What we see inside the room looks more like a circus than a science testing facility. There are even little kids all over the place riding on the backs of animals. Various horses and camels are in the large open room, along with students in lab coats with long, suffering looks on their faces. What's going on in here?
You've got me. Seriously, did something go terribly wrong?
See the lab papers and pencils in the hands of the kids?
Yeah, but wait. Testing
on animals? Sally slaps her face with her palm so hard that some of the kids turn to look at her, wondering if she's alright. Well, this is officially the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life.
This school clearly has too much money on its hands.
Look, grant money is really, really easy to come by in this university for some reason. Also, our professor is a sadistic bastard.
Well, I heard that.
But it's some kind of stupid experiment. The government funds it, not student dollars. Can we please get back to our incredibly dumb job? Yeah, go ahead. I think I'm all protested out.
Can we go now? I wanted to spend my time doing something stupid this afternoon, but these clowns bite me to it.
Sally and I make our way back out of the building, where Sally quickly disperses the crowd. Then we both go to the cafe to worry about how depressingly stupid today was.